anything to help you focus. There's a school. They tell you how to get your documents for swearing.
This is bomb. Coffee good. Coffee is so good. Hey, Alicia. Coffee bomb. Hey, Cozy Woman. Hey, Sleepy Star. I'm Sleepy Star. I'm trying to get my glasses clean. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what's up. My hair ain't done. I've been up for a while, y'all. I've been hey Penny, Anthony. I've been up watching for some reason I went to LA Law, but it's Law and Order. But y'all, okay, y'all know what I be doing. Y'all know how my brother is, right? Hey, here, y'all know how my brother is. Okay, y'all know I've been waiting a long time to take care of him. Y'all had to, y'all know I never planned on talking about nothing, but I planned on telling y'all this, and I was like, I hope I don't forget. I hope I don't forget. Yesterday, I'm gonna say about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'm in here laying down watching TV. Marcus called him. I'm gonna call him Marcus because he made it clear yesterday. His name is no longer Tutu. His name is Marcus, and I better call him that. We on a professional level. I'm like, okay. So he called me yesterday. Tia, I said, what's up? You miss me? No, I don't miss your motherfucking ass. I need some cigarettes, and I need some oatmeal and cream of wheat. No, oatmeal and some grits. I need that. I need you to bring me something. You ain't give me enough food. I say, look, Tutu. I said, Tutu. He said, I'm not Tutu. Didn't I just tell you to call me Marcus? That's my name. I said, okay. I'm laughing at him. I said, boy, what you doing up this early? He was like, man, I ain't take that medicine. He said, Andrew tried to give me that medicine last night. That medicine make me sleep. And I'm like, that's what it's supposed to do. You told the doctor you need to sleep. He said, I don't want to sleep like that. Yeah, I got to sip on my coffee. Because it's really good. Happy Tuesday, y'all. So he telling me all this stuff he needs. And I said, all right, I'm going to talk to you later. I said, I'm gonna get everything you need. I'm gonna get it to so just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. So I hung up. I said about an hour later, maybe longer than that. This number called me. I looked at the number. I wasn't even gonna answer because I don't answer unknown numbers, but I gotta remember people gonna call me. So I answered the phone and said hello. She said, "Michael Tia Water." I said, "Speaking." She said, "Hi, how are you?" I said, "Fine." She said, "I'm calling on behalf of Marcus McFadden." She said, "I just talked to him, and he told me I need to call you for everything." It was the people from GT Independence. The lady was like, she was telling me what they was talking about, but she was like, he couldn't answer nothing. He told me I need to call you. But she said, I did tell him all the information and how much I'm going to get paid, how many my hours and all that stuff. She said, I told that to him. Why she tell that to him? So me and the lady, we on the phone talking. Nice conversation. So she was like, you start September the 1st. We meet up tomorrow morning. We come in and do a house evaluation and all that. So I'm leaving out the house tomorrow, like 6 o'clock in the morning, to go over there. I was going to go today, but ain't no need to go on today because he's going to mess up the time tomorrow morning. So I told him, I'll be, in my mind, I'm like, I'll be there. I told him, though, I'll be there at 6 o'clock tomorrow so we can get your room together. Okay, so me and the lady talk on the phone, and I was like, why September 1st? She said, because it takes a week to get everything through and push through. She said, I do it. She said, payroll had just started. She was explaining all this to me. Fine. She said, but I did talk to Marcus and talk to him. And I'm saying, okay. So we got the phone. I think we was on the phone for about 45 minutes answering all these questions. I'm like, okay. Whole time me on the phone. Susu kept calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me. The phone was just ringing and ringing and ringing. And as I said, the more we talk about him, the more he keep calling. That's what I told the lady. She just like, she said, your brother's so funny. I said, I know. He just a character. So we got the phone. I called him back. I said, Tutu, what's up? Didn't I tell you don't call me Marcus? Don't call me Tutu. Call me Marcus. And you about to be getting paid for me? He was like, man, he said, I don't want to have no problems out of you no more. And I was like, what you mean? He said, when I say come and cook me something, you better come and cook me something. You here with me all day. I said, Tutu, I'm not there with you all day. I'm here with you 6 hours. No, that lady said, you here with me 24/7. He said, you doing whatever I want. I said, Tutu, leave me know. Didn't I tell you don't call me Tutu? And I said, I gotta get used to calling you Marcus. It's not, I gotta get used to, what this dude gonna tell me? You work for me. You work for me now. Starting tomorrow, you work for me. And my name is Marcus. I might have you call me Mr. Marcus. And I was like, this dude tripping, y'all. Y'all, I'm listening to him on the phone and talking, and I'm laughing. I said, I'm not calling you Mr. Marcus. And I said, if I want to call you Tutu, I'll call you Tutu. He said, I got her number, right? He said, I will call the people on you. But remind you, I'm laughing because this dude, I guess I don't know what the lady told him. She told him what she told me on the phone. And I got, in his mind, he's like, oh no, that's all right. She gonna do whatever I want. I got her right. So he was on the phone giving me all these demands. Someone, he wants some tennis shoes. I said, Tutu, I told you, you got to pay for your tennis shoes yourself. You don't want to pay for your tennis shoes. You work for me, you get money. You going to pay for my tennis shoes. I said, this dude's your face. When I was just listening to him, when I say he gave me all this demand, tennis shoes, food, cigarettes, and all this, I said, oh, I got to break it down to him tomorrow. I said, when we meet up tomorrow, I'm going to have to have the lady break it down to him that, no, my money is my money. Don't have that to do with you. Because this dude said he wants some tennis shoes. He said, I want some tennis shoes. And I would buy him some, if I had some money, I would buy him some tennis shoes. Even though he got more money than me. I would buy it for him because that's my brother. But my whole thing is, after I got off the phone, dude had convinced me I'm going to buy him a pair of tennis shoes. Now I said, I'm going to go ahead. I said, you know what? We just going to ask it out. I said, I'm going to get you some tennis shoes. I said, I get some tennis shoes. I said, you want the Air Force Ones? He said, yeah. I said, but the only way I get your tennis shoes, if you throw them other 3 pairs of tennis shoes away in there with them holes in it. You know what this dude's going to tell me? And he told me before, the tennis shoes is for his father. He said, for the tennis shoes is for his father. I said, Tutu, the tennis shoes got holes in it. He said, didn't I tell you I'm taking them tennis shoes to Larry? Larry needs some tennis shoes. I said, Lord, I said, well, as long as you plan on taking these tennis shoes to Larry, you can't get no more tennis shoes. He said, no, wait a minute. We're going to think about it. We're going to hold up, think about it. And let me remind you, it felt like a regular, normal conversation on the phone with my brother, but it was like a funny conversation. Like, I know what he was saying wasn't really making sense, but it was more of, okay, we're going to have this conversation with Marcus, because I'm going to call him Marcus, okay? When I say he had me up and on, I was like this now. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Miss Martin. I'm sorry, I'm drinking my coffee and talking because I didn't want to forget you. I know how I forget everything, and I couldn't forget this because I went to bed thinking about it, and I was just cracking up because the dude told me his name is not Tutu, his name is Marcus, and I'm like, okay, and he's serious, like he think he got control over me, y'all. Y'all should have heard him. And the thing about it, I think he's serious. I think he realized serious. I really think he's serious. I really think he's serious. So I said, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let him do what he wants. But y'all, I have to be there tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So I said, Tutu. I did call him Tutu again. He got mad. We went through the whole thing, Marcus thing all over again. I think the whole conversation, every time I called him Tutu, he went through this Marcus and Mr. Marcus thing all over again. But I ain't going to. I'm calling him Tutu while we right here anyway. I said, Tutu, did you let your woman up? He said, yeah, as soon as you left, I put everything back away. I said, Tutu, so you got everything I cleaned up, you put back. What do you mean you put back? He said, my father's shoes back in the corner. Because I put his shoes, he said he want to give his father. I put him in a bag. So I guess he took him out the bag. I don't know. He just said they stood in the corner. He said I put him back in the corner. I don't know if he took him out the bag or what. But everything he had in his room, I did his room last week. When I said I did his room, we went to the doctor because somebody supposed to came last week. I did his room. I took all his change and put up. He was mad. He had piles and piles of bags and threw it away. I threw away all his bows. I threw away a lot of stuff. Every time I go over there with my brother, I wind up throwing up away a lot of stuff. And me and him always get into arguments. But to his thing, he keeps everything. Like he have 2 bags of cigarette lighters. And I'm trying to get hold to the cigarette lighters. But honestly, y'all, I want to get rid of the cigarette lighters. But I'm scared he might do something to me. And he pulls his hair out a lot. He pulls his hair out a lot, but when he pulls his hair out, he saves his hair. So he got a bag full of hair. I won't touch his hair, but I want to get rid of certain things. And I'm like, I really do because he don't need it, but I don't want to set him off. And I'm trying not to set him off, but all these raggedy shoes he have, they need to go. And I'm like, the only way I can get rid of them, if I get my sister to come over here, take them on a ride. Yeah, Mr. Marcus, take them on a ride. And take him somewhere so I can get rid of stuff. That's the only way I can get rid of stuff if he's not there. If he's there, I can't get rid of stuff. Like, I really need to get rid of stuff tomorrow. Ain't no need to go in today because if I clean this room up and straighten it up and do what I got to do today, he's going to mess it up. He's going to redo, he's going to do what he wants time I get there. Time I get there tomorrow, it will all be undone. My appointment's tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Lady said I'll be there at 9 o'clock. So appointment's at 9 o'clock. And ain't no need to doing that because guess what? I know my brother. I know him. So yeah, I had to tell y'all this because he want me to call him Mr. Marcus because he said I work for him. And I work for him 24/7. And I'm trying to tell dude now, no, I don't work for you 24/7. No, I don't. He said, and then when I go there, I always cook him meals, but I might cook meals for like 2 or 3 days, not for a whole week. The only reason I don't do it for a whole week is because he'll eat it up. I will call him and be like, hey, don't eat this right now, eat this. You know, I got snacks, this, and this, and I have containers. But I'm going to get more containers because I'm going to, I told him, I said, I'm going over there, and I called my uncle and called Andrew. I said, look, y'all have anything in the refrigerator y'all don't need, don't want, y'all need to get rid of it. I said, because when I come through there and start throwing stuff away, I don't want nobody to be mad because I'm that type of person. If you cook something, hey, Tanya Flowers, how you doing? Tuffy elbow, get the breast picture. You know what? The other day, low life. I'm gonna come back to that low life. Let me finish that because he does. Um, what I was about to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I'm gonna have to get these containers to put his food in so he'll have and stuff like that. But I have to be mindful. The fact that I'm going there every day, he won't eat as much. He'll have his lunch done. He won't eat as much. I wasn't going there every day because I had other stuff to do. But since I'm going to get paid to do it, I could be there more. Not even the fact that I'm getting paid. It's the fact that the way I'm gonna have it set up. Andrew gonna do something. I'm gonna do something like I'm gonna have Andrew give him his medicine and all that. Because sometimes, like, he wouldn't take the medicine for Andrew last night. If I give it to him, hey, sis, if I give it to him, he would take it. For some reason, I don't know why, but I can give Tutu medicine and all that. He would take it for me. He would not take it for somebody else. I don't understand why. I don't know if he don't trust them. I don't know if it's because I'm constantly around him. I'm always going around him or that. I don't know. I don't know. But I have no problem with him taking anything. He'll talk crap about it, what he not going to do and this and that. But when it's time to give it to him, he's doing it. He'll take it. I'll be like, let's take it like starting tomorrow because I told him every Wednesday he got to get a shot because his diabetes, they're trying to get it down. And he go back in 2 months. And actually, y'all, he having an appointment on the 18th. And I got to set that up. His transportation appointment, I got to set that up. But, yeah, that's what I got to do. As far as getting physical, now I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna say he got physical with my mom one time, and my brothers went over there to him. My other brothers, him and my mom got into it, and my mom had called me, had called me. I called my brothers, and we went over there. But he wanted. I can't remember exactly what he wanted. He didn't hear her. He just grabbed her and pushed her. And that was a I mean, when I say long, long time ago, that was a long time. It may have been over 20 years ago. And my mother never had no problem. And that's the first time we ever said something to my mom about that. We was like, have you ever got physical with you? You know, mom's not going to tell you everything when they have a mental ill child. They tell their siblings everything because they don't want us to get, to get on, to really get on him. But my brother Antoine went over there and had a talk with him, told him, my brother Antoine, and at the time, my brother Donnell was in his right mind at the time. Donnell was at my house. And they went over there and had it told, don't be putting your hands on mom, all of this. And he swore he didn't do it. But mom was like, yeah, he did. That's the only time that I know about. I'm not even going to say, far as I know, if he ever did anything else, my mom took it to the grave. Now, me, I endured a lot. Maybe times in the store, he talking about slapping me out. But last week, I was over his house and I went cleaning up. And I had my boo bag. He wanted to search my boo bag. He was like, I think you took some money, because I'm telling you, my brother got more money than the man in the moon. He was like, you took some money. Your boo bag look heavy. Remind you, I had water and I had stuff in it and I had my purse in there. And at first I was going to give it to him. And then I said, no, I'm not giving you my stuff. I said, I have no need to take from you. I said, everything I do for you, I do for you. And if I need some money or anything, I'm going to go upstairs in the room and I'm going to take it and go buy whatever I got to buy for you. That's what I told him. So I said, no, I don't have your money. So he pushed me. And Andrew was right there. And Andrew was like, no, you're not going to be pushing on my aunt. He said, man, I think she got my money. He just started, and he hit me in my face, but he didn't hit me hard. And I was like, don't put your hands in my face. And I gave him my book bag. Oh, well, your book bag seemed kind of heavy. Why you got water? And I said, I have no need to take from you. I said, why would you even think that? He said, I was just playing. I said, no, you wasn't. I said, because you put your hands in my face. No, I didn't go back and tell my son, because my son probably would have wanted to go over there. I think he was just playing. I don't know. But when he pushed me, Andrew was like, you don't be putting your hands on my arm like that. But that's the only time he really touched me, and I put him straight right then and there, and Andrew put him straight, and that was the end of that. But he was like, he was playing. I thought you took something. And I was like, I don't take, because I tell y'all, my brother got money, and when I need something for him, I go in his room and I get the money that I want, and I tell him, hey, I took the money. But the thing about that, I gotta make sure he ain't home when I go take his money, because he'll come in there acting all crazy. But I have to take his money to buy him certain things, because I can't support you. That's not my job to support you. You know, if you was my child, yeah, I have to support you because you're my child. You're my brother. When I need something for you and you don't have it on your card, I have to go in the room and get it and support. Like, he wants some shoes, but he don't want me to spend his money to get no shoes, knowing he needs shoes. But I'm going to go here and buy. I said, I'm going to buy him. When I get some money next month, I said, I'm going to buy him some shoes. They ain't but $100. He wants some Air Force Ones. They about $120, $30. I'm going to go get him a pair. But my whole thing is, when I need something for him and he don't have it, he don't have the money and I don't have it on me, I'm going in that room and get it, because guess what I can't do? I can't give it. I can't do that. Yes, Debbie, without it, they man. Yeah, they would. They honestly, they would, because I love my sister to death, but she don't have time to do it, and she's not a part to take care of him. My brother living his life, he not gonna take care of him, and if it wasn't for me, yeah, he probably would. He probably would. See, you had to take your heart to take care of it. And the only reason why I think I deal with it really well is because of the field I used to be in, because I used to do nursing, and a lot of people used to, hey Marion, a lot of hey Elizabeth, a lot of people in nursing home had mental illness. I'm not even gonna lie. Then I was on the Alzheimer's ward, and I deal with a lot of people with Alzheimer's. But and on top of that, y'all, honestly, I come here and I talk about it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy taking care of people. I honestly enjoy it. And the reason, and I tell you all the time, the reason why I don't do it now is because my doctors and them would never sign back off on it. She told me, I'm not signing that. That's not what you do. Nursing is stressful. Out of this. If I would have never had 2 strokes, I would have still been doing that. You know what? I was thinking about it, but being a special education teacher, I am taking up extra classes, because I'm trying to think, they have these other classes, even though I can do special education, but these is other classes that UDC is supposed to put on in 2027, because when I graduate my bachelor's degree, I'm going to go get that, and that's only like 4 classes. It's not even not even 2 semesters. After I graduate, I'm going to go back and get that for special education. But that's what I want to do. Let me say that's what I want to do. But the thing is, in special education, sometimes it's not the kids, it's the parents. And the reason why I say that is, it's hard for the people. It's hard for the parents to deal with their kids having special needs. And sometimes when I say it's hard, they don't. they don't want to hear it. You're not talking about my son. Ain't nothing wrong with them. And the reason why I say that because I seen it firsthand. Like I seen it. Like parents coming in for teacher conference. I'm not the lead teacher, but I got to sit in because I work with the child. I ain't gave my lead teacher my notes. She ain't take her notes because we have to do notes on them and to do the notes on them. So I have all this information and I pass it on. I might get like they might say, Tia, pick out 4 kids to do notes on for that week. And all that week, I write down different things they do. I observe them. I do observation on them all day long, what they do. I do, when they doing their work, I do observation on them. And at the end of the week, I give it to the teacher. She put it in their file. She'll read over it, make sure I wrote them right, and she'll put it in their file. And then when it comes for teacher meeting, we go to the parent. The parent don't want to hear that. Yeah, they don't. They don't want to face reality, and it's like it's hard. But me as a parent, when my son was dealing with him, my son had ADHD, and when I noticed it, Tyreek was 4 years old, and I told him something wrong. We got something wrong, and don't ask me how I knew, but as a parent, I knew, and I told him something wrong. We gotta get him tested. Got my son help just like that. Son had help, had tutors, and everything. Everything. Time my son was in school, I didn't lack on anything. I didn't like on anything. I tell y'all that all the time. I was at perm. When you turned around, I'm right there sitting. When they said the teacher couldn't come in to tutor him for that day or help him in this class, I was there with him. I was there. And the reason why I didn't want him to fall in between the cracks, I used to always tell the teachers, I never want my son to fall into the cracks that I know he going to another grade, he don't know nothing. I'm not going to let him sit up here, don't know how to read, and move on to another grade. I was not having it. All his teachers knew me before school. Thank you. I'm thinking. I really am thinking about it. And before class, when they give you when school used to start with Tyrese, I met with his teachers before he even met with his teachers. I go up to the school, get Tyrese list of his teachers. I'm having conference with them. I'm up to school. Each time my son went to a different school, I made it a point to go in there and have a meeting with the teacher, the principal, wherever his teachers was, and what is the social work at the school, the teacher. Yeah, but I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. And I did all that before he went to school, so they knew. My number was on hand. Our constantly popped up. I was that pop up, Mom. Tyrese used to get mad at me. I would sit outside his door, listen if I needed to come in, make sure he had his reading teacher, his math teacher, all that. And my son was actually really good in math. They said he didn't need math. My son, Tyreek, no math like this. He could just look at a problem and solve it like that. So but it was more of that stuff reading. So I stayed on top of that, stayed on top of that, stayed on top of that, stayed on top of that. When my son graduated, his GPA was 2.9. When he graduated high school, his GPA was 2.9. And I thought that was really good. I thought that was really good. He had came a long way. But let me talk about Tyreek was on medication for a year. I took him off. Tyreek was about 8. I took him off. I couldn't do the medication. Hey Jill, I couldn't do the medication. You know why? My son was not my son. My son was not my son. So guess what I did? I read up on it, figure out things I need to do to keep him occupied. And when I say I was one of them people who made sure her son had everything, my son used to want to chew on tops all the time. He wanted to chew on pencil tops, tops to soda bottles. The Lord, when you pop the saw, I had to keep all that out of his way when he was younger. Because he used to always want to keep stuff in his mouth. Always. He had to have stuff in his mouth. Guess what? I found strategy. I went out, got balls to keep his hand together. I got this squishy thing that he can chew on. I got that for him. It was when he was in school. I bought Tyreek his special chair that he'd be in a chair. Because he used to want to turn around in his chair and stuff. Sometimes they would take him out in the classroom. He would do his work in the classroom. But as long as he had something working with his hand, kept him occupied, he was good. What else I did? I could do so much stuff for Tyreek. Like, I made sure that he was comfortable and he was on track. That's what I have to do. And when I say he was on track, um, I stayed up at school. They knew me at the school. Only time I had a problem with him when he went to school on Martin King Avenue, and they told me I couldn't pop up, and I had to go to the school board and get it straight. 'Cause they would not security wouldn't let me in. The office said I had to let them know when I'm coming to make an appointment. I wasn't making an appointment to come and see my son. I think Tyree was 5 years old. I'm not making no appointment to come and see him. And guess what I did? I took him out that school. He was in that school not even 6 months. I took him out because what you're not going to do, stop me from coming to check on my son to make sure he getting all that he needs. And at the time, that's when the teacher, that he had an African teacher, and I have nothing against people. It's the time that he had an African teacher, he used to come back and tell me all these things as they used to say, and me and this other mom got together. I got a tape recorder. If y'all don't remember Circuit City, Circuit City was a place where you can go get anything you want to get. I went and got a little pen, a recording pen, put it in my son. My son tell me the same thing. I say he's not lying. And I let her listen to the pen. That lady was degrading the teachers. I mean, the teacher was degrading the kids. I had proof, but they didn't do nothing. But guess what? My son was gone. I got rid of them. Got rid of them. Got rid of them. I was one of the moms. You didn't play with me. But to this day, I guess the lady in the office, she calls me on holidays. I got the social worker. When she left, she still was calling Tyreek, checking up on Tyreek, and she still called me. She my friend on Facebook. She always check up on Tyreek. The lady who work in the office at his school now, she's still there. She calls and check on Tyreek and me. When I say when you give a good report with people, they will always come back. They will always check up. They always check up on Tyreek. Tyreek, second grade teacher, is my friend on Facebook. When she seen his graduation picture, because she don't be in it that much, she only left because her husband got another job, and she reached out to me. I can't think of her name right now, but when she come up there, she always say how he doing. He doing good, like his birthday and stuff. She reached out to me. She didn't go on Facebook. She reached out to me. What is the messenger? And sent him a message. And I gave her enough. She could send him a message because that was his teaching. You go and ask him what was his favorite teacher. He'll pick that lady out right. That's one thing I can say. I never played when my son came to education. I'm just not. And the one reason why I advocate, love you to death, mom. And the one reason why I advocate because I love my mom to death, but my mom couldn't advocate for me. She could not advocate for me because if she would have, I wouldn't have. And I'm not blaming her because it's me because I was a teenager too. But if she could have advocated for me when I was younger and found out, hey, I needed help with reading, I needed help with math and all that, and I wasn't on the same level, I probably would have been. I probably wouldn't have been just getting my high school diploma, or just going to college. But I can't blame her because as I got older, I should have known myself, and I didn't do nothing. I just went the other route. As long as I had a job and I was able to support myself, I went that other route. You know, I can't blame her for that once I got older. But that was one of the main points when I said when I had kids, I was going to advocate for them because I never had nobody do that for me. Yeah, and you know what? They spend the most time with their children. Yeah, and that's why I advocate, and I'm not even gonna lie. And my sister kids, I advocated for her kids. Love us to do that, but I just tell you all the time. Tanya, oldest son, before I had Michael, he lived with me. Don't play. That's what I'm telling you. You don't supposed to play about your kids. Tanya, oldest son, Michael, he lived with me. He lived with me. He lived with me when he was in the seventh grade, and I advocate for him. If anybody from Washington D.C., they know Sousa High School. He went to Sousa High School, and he was living with me. He came home one day and said, "Mom," he said, "Auntie, they won't help me with my work, and I keep telling him I don't understand." I said, "What you mean you don't understand?" And he broke it down to me, and I said, "Tell me exactly what happened." Time I left that boy's school, I went there when I told him, I say Tyreek, but I'm talking about Michael. I said, Michael, don't worry about it. Go ahead and get dressed and go to school. I'll be there. Yeah. I said, go ahead, go up there. I began, I went up to his school. They told me I couldn't have a meeting. They couldn't. They were too busy. Excuse my expression. Bitch sat there too early. All his teachers came in. Special education teacher. I said he got an IEP. Why y'all telling him this? From that day forward, Michael never had another problem. I made it a point to go to Susan. I have to go to Susan all the time, all the time, all the time, just to check. Come home, he had homework. I made sure they did. I advocated for Michael. I took Michael when I told Tanya, I said, Michael come to live with me. I think in the seventh grade, I lived down the street. He'd get to school every day. She was like, sure. I asked for no money or enough. I took care of him. I was with Tyree's father at the time. He took care of him. I took care of him. Every time Tyree's father got paid, Michael was getting paid big time, y'all. Because every time I got paid, I would hit Michael off with $100 every week. Tyree's father was hitting him off with $100 every week. I didn't find out till I got older. Michael was, yeah, I did. I shut it down. And I didn't find out till Michael got older. And Michael told me, Auntie, I have to get money from you and Tony. He said, that's Tyree's father now. He said, I have to get money from both of y'all. I ain't saying nothing. Y'all wasn't saying, I never knew. So he was having $400 a month. But the school, Susan didn't like me because I was that person. I went there all the time. And then when I wound up moving, Michael was in the ninth grade. He still went to Susan. But when Michael got in ninth grade, y'all, he left me, y'all. He told Tanya I was crazy. He told Tanya I was crazy. And the only reason why he said that because I had rules. I had rules. And by this time when Michael was staying me, I had a one bedroom. But I had my front room set up when I was living on Anacostia, set up for him to have he had his bed and everything. He was set up in the front room. My front room was not a front room. My front room was set up for his bedroom. But when I had Tyreek, I had moved at 3030 East South Capitol Street, and Michael stayed there with me. Michael didn't want to follow rules, and Auntie always had rules. And when we was at the other place, I never had a problem. But he was getting older, and he was in the ninth grade, and I was still taking him to school, but he didn't want to listen. He called Tanya and told Tanya, Tia crazy. Auntie crazy son. When I said I'm crazy because I want you to clean up, I'm crazy. I want you to do homework before you do anything else. I guess I'm crazy. I guess I'm crazy. And he called Tanya. I said, Tanya, he don't have to leave. She said, no, he want to leave. I'm coming to get him. I said, well, let him know he missing out on his money because I used to get him money. Thank you. It does. But he didn't want to follow. He didn't want, and the rules wasn't hard. The rules was you had to clean up. You could leave cups around and all that. And at the time, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, they had a mouse problem in the building. I used to always tell them I don't have mice, and I was like, I don't know because I keep my place clean, but I didn't have mice like that. And I used to always tell them, the order not to keep them, you have to keep a certain thing. It was okay for you to eat, but you couldn't eat. And when I would go in the front room to clean up, he on the couch where he sat, I would find like chip bags and donut bags. He was squished down in the side of the couch, and I used to tell him, "Don't do that. It's a trash can." You get no kids when you speak and speak up better than you do. Don't like it when you do their job better than they do. Oh, okay. The rules are never hard. They just don't want to do. And that is true. The rules ain't never hard. They just don't want to do. And he went back home. He went back home. He went back home in the ninth grade, but guess what? He didn't do good. I still advocated for him as much as I could, but then I gave him back to his mom. Michael wound up repeating the ninth grade. She trained for him. He repeated the ninth grade, but he did when she graduated. But it was a big difference. It was a big difference. He did wind up repeating the ninth grade, but he did wind up graduating. And he wound up in the ninth grade because when we got to that point, he didn't want to listen. He didn't want to listen. I got rules in my house. My son to tell you. Even though I didn't graduate to 2021, my son could not miss a day. You had to be sick to the point of you had a fever. I had to take you to the doctor. And Tariq said he was sick. Guess what? We going to the doctor. You know how kids say, oh, I don't feel well or I'm sick. Okay, let's get dressed. We're going to the doctor. I'm calling children. Now, can I do a walk-in? Go do a walk-in. Make the walk-in appointment for a certain time. I took them right up there because we're not going to do a sit at home. We're not going to do a sit at home. And when I used to tell him we had to go to the doctor, and Tyree hated going to the doctor. Oh, no, Mom, I feel better. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't play that. I have rules. I have like people might don't think because, and I just told him, y'all know he just turned 21, right? So he think he's a grown man. It is it's a tough job, but you have to keep going. It is a tough job, and I do keep going. And if y'all think y'all know he's 21 now, y'all, he think he's a grown man. I had to break it down, so he didn't really say it for say, but he was no. He said, "Mom, I'm grown now." Da, 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 da. And I had to break it down. Do you actually know what grown is? Grown is when you're on your own. Grown is when you're working. Grown is when you're not having your mom do things for you, so you're not grown because you're still living here. He said, "Mom, I ain't saying it like that." I said, "No, I'm just letting you know. When you do all them things on your own, that's when you're considered grown. But one of you in this room, you're not grown." Mom, you're taking it the wrong way. No, baby, I'm just letting you know you're not grown. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I know, because that's the first thing when watch TV. But see, this the thing. When I did see took him to the doctor, and they said he was sick or had a cold, Tyree didn't go home. Tyree didn't go home and play the video games. You know what Tyree did? Tyree went home, read a book. I used to have books in my room that Tyree ordered for Tyree to go outside. He had to write an essay. He had to write an essay. Ordered to go outside. My son had to write an essay. He had to read a book, 3 pages. It depends how long the book was. I mean, the pages was. And he had to read the book to go outside. He couldn't just go outside. He wanted company. He had to read a book. And he used to tell me all the time, Mom, why was it? But now he understands. And the reason why I did that because he wasn't a very good reader, and I wanted him to improve in his reading, and that's what I had him to do. When he got it punished, he'd sit in a corner with a book and read a book. And it was always a book I already read, and I would never let him read that book twice. Because if I let him read the book twice, guess what? He can claim he read it and write an essay and don't even have to. No, not, and it wasn't really an essay, I'm sorry. A paragraph. He had to write like 2 paragraphs. And you know, a paragraph is like 5 to 7 sentences. It was 2 paragraphs. And I mean, it wasn't an essay, I'm sorry. Paragraph. Two paragraphs about what he read. And it was always, yeah, I never would let him read the same book twice because he can always go back and make something up, but make it up. Now, if he wrote something and it didn't make sense about what he read, I would have him go reread it again because you're missing the major point of the story or something like that. I used to have him do that. And sometimes I had questions, you know, the 5 questions: what, when, where, how. I used to do that. Okay, what was the main topic and stuff? I used to do all that to him once he read. Good morning. I can't believe some of his song. I said I've been falling before now. Yes, he is swing today. And you know what? And I realized that. And at one time, y'all, he used to think I was tough on him, but now that he's older, he understand now. He don't. How can I say? He appreciated the way I taught him. He appreciated everything I did. And when he found out I didn't have a high school diploma, the first thing he said, "Mom, you used to always get on me about getting my high school diploma, this and this and this that." He said, "You never told me you didn't have it." I said, it was not for you to know. It was for me to know, but I'm going to get it now. And my son he was proud of me and everything. But he started to say, "Now I know why you were so tough for me because you didn't want me to go without." And I tell him all the time, "Yeah, what we don't need is black men out here not knowing how to read or write, not knowing how to advocate for themselves. Because my son know how to advocate for himself. He know how to advocate for himself. I made it a point that he know how to advocate for himself. If I'm not here, he know how to do it. He know how to hold it down. And I ain't no lie. My son can advocate for himself with the best of y'all, okay? Because what we not going to do, not advocate for ourselves. Like the stuff that he was going through with his apprenticeship. I advocated too, but guess what? While I was advocating, I had him advocating too. Hi, Miss Park, Mr. Park. I had him advocating too because guess what? I'm not gonna be here forever. You got to learn how to take care of yourself. Tomorrow is not promised. I'm advocating for you, but you're gonna help and you're gonna follow along. You're gonna advocate for yourself too. I wrote letters. I had them write letters too, and I ran them to make sure they were good. But I had them advocating for because I can't be the only one advocating for you. Mommy, now promise I can go out here right now and draw dead. Who gonna advocate for you? You gonna advocate for yourself. You're gonna do what you gotta do for yourself. Cause you can't expect nobody else but yourself. Once mama gone, you got a father. But I mean no harm, your father ain't no good. Father ain't no good, so you gotta advocate. Your father ain't gonna advocate for you. He never advocated for you before. So guess what? That was mama's job. She said, train up a child in the way you want them to grow, and when they get older, they not depart. Yeah, yeah, they would not depart from it. No, and my son, like, I really don't. How much? It ain't too much I need to say to him that he don't already know, and he see, and he tells me all the time, Mom, I act just like you. I'm this and this and that. I said, no, you act like Tyree. You're like Tyree. You're nothing like me. Because if you were like me, you wouldn't have been doing what you're doing. You got your high school diploma, you got your this, and you got, you're not like me, but you're good. He seems to advocate for you too at times. Oh, my son, yeah, he do advocate for me because he don't like people. I keep telling them Leos. I'm so glad. I'm so glad his birthday over, y'all. I'm so glad this Leo season is almost over to an end. Like I'm so happy because these Leos. Like yesterday was Joshua's birthday. Yesterday was Joshua's birthday, and woo, and today, and another reason why I wanted to come down, I have to keep busy today. Today is my mom. Today is the 4 years since my mom passed. My mom passed today, August the 12th, and my son's birthday and Joshua's birthday and Brandon's birthday is always hard for them. My mom passed 8/12/2021, and my son said, he didn't go out on his birthday because he was like, he felt some type of way. No, I'm cooking for Tyreek today. And the reason why he chose for me to cook for him today, he said maybe my mind to stay off of my mom. And I told him, my mind ain't gonna never stay off my mom because I woke up this morning at the same time when they called me and told me she passed. I was up. That's why I've been up for a while. Because I jumped up thinking about that phone call when they told me my mom passed. So, yeah, today's gonna be a tough day, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna make the best out of today. I'm gonna make the. That's why one of the reasons why I'm gonna cook, stay in the kitchen today, and I'm gonna cook. I'm just gonna cook, cook, cook. I'm gonna cook for him and try not to think about my mom. My sister was a little. She loved clothes and that's my son. He loved clothes. He loved clothes and money. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all my friends on Facebook, y'all see my son clothes. I tell him he was showing my son know how to shop. He showed me this shirt that he got for his birthday, $225. I told him I could have spray painted that shirt and made it for you for $10. I said I could have spray painted and made a shirt for you for $10. He just looked at me like I was crazy, but I could have because it was just like the shirt was. It wasn't worth no two. He didn't pay $225 for it, man. That's the price. He caught it on sale for 85. I think he said 85 or 100. I'm not. I don't want to lie. I think it's anywhere between 85 to $100. He caught the shirt on sale, but he showed me the original price, and over top it was the how much he paid for it. My son bought his clothes online. Thank you. I am. Thank you for keeping us in prayer. Yeah, I'm gonna get through today. I'm gonna get through today. But I knew what today was happening when 12 o'clock came. I went to bed kind of late, but I woke up at the same time I got that phone call at 4:55 that my mom had passed, and I've been up since. I remember your mom. She would talk to us all the time. I miss her as well, said Leo. All good people. My birthday will be on Thursday. Happy birthday. Leo's y'all good people, but y'all, I deal with 5 or 6 Leos, and I'm just like, it's different. See, I hope you can speak for your teachers when you say we are keeping you in prayer today, especially Yes, he said, thank you, thank you. I know y'all are. Y'all was a big part. My mother love y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something. My mom love entertainment. My mom love to show off. She loved when I say when Tanya said she was going live, I say I was going live. I'm coming. I want to be on go live. She love being on the live. Like I'm not even gonna lie. She loved being on the live. She said she was a great dancer. My mom was a great dancer, but she had ugly tastes and wigs, y'all. My mother had such ugly tastes when it came to wigs. She got this one wig. When I say the wig come up to the side like this and come down, and it's the most ugliest wig ever. Why that's the picture my uncle had of my mom, and I said I did not want they everybody when my mom passed. I think it was my brother. I'm thinking it was my brother who got a lot of pictures of my mom printed out, and he put them in frames. My mom receptionist. They had about 24 pictures of my mom, and we have them on each table. My son, like, yeah, he was spending money on shirts, old pants, and go park. Yo, my son, in this expensive clothes. I called him so in this expensive clothes. And see, my son, he do the same thing. Fuller, he do the same thing. My son do the same thing. I don't understand that. What was I saying? I was talking about my mom. Oh, that blonde. Okay, it was okay. It was okay. But I don't know who made these pictures of my mom. Who did these pictures? And they was in frame. And every table that you went to, they had. If there was a long table, you had two pictures. If it was a round table, you had one picture. And when everybody left, everybody started grabbing pictures and picture frame. I still got mine. My picture frame broke, but I still got my picture of my mom with her yellow shirt on. Ugly. My mother had this. Oh my God. My mother. I don't know what she used to do with her hair. I don't know what I love my mom to death, but her and her hair, I was like, I think she got to the point she didn't know what to do with the hair. She was just letting me do it. That wig was so ugly, and I had to tell her, Mom, would you take that wig off? I love my wig, and I'd be like, shaking my head down, like, Mom, mm-mm. She's out here the Lord order in the background. I know. I put it on stop because I'm on season 10, episode 13, and I'm like, really, Mom? I love my wig. That was the most ugliest wig ever. But other than that, it was cool. 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 What I gotta do today? I have to go get some soap. I don't want to leave out. I really honestly don't leave out. But I just realized I have no more Dove soap. When I took a shower last night, I got like a little bit. I got like a little bit, and I think we use. I don't know if it's because we take so many baths a day. I think me and my son need to stop taking so many baths because Dove soap. I just put that in there like 2 weeks ago. I think we take too many baths. Yeah, but it been 4 years. You know what? I haven't. Out of all of my siblings, I'm the only one who ever visit my mom. My sister Tanya haven't been in to visit my mom since we buried her. As far as I know, my brother haven't been there. I took Tutu there with me a couple of times. He didn't get out the car. He did one. Last time I went, it been about a year since I've been there. Last time I went there, I couldn't deal with it, so I haven't been there. And I just every time I was out doing Uber, I would go past there, and I had somebody in the car. I would just bust out crying. So I was like, yeah, if I had to go that way or something, I try to go around because I didn't want to go there. And if I was in my car by myself and I didn't go past it, I would stop and go in. But I stopped going because it's too hard. I got her flowers up there. I haven't changed her flowers in a while. I can't go there, not like I used to. I can't do it. I can't go there like I used to. I used to go like every other week up there to visit her, change her flowers because she got fake flowers. I used to have real flowers, and I noticed I wasn't going up there enough to come back to change the real flowers, so I started getting fake ones. And I haven't been here in a while. I haven't been here in a while. I haven't been here to change nothing out. Me and the guy who normally works there, He always talks to me. He said he always talks. He remember my name and everything. And he always talks to me. He be like, I ain't seen you in a while. I know. I know everyone deal with death differently. And yeah. I try to get Tanya to go with me, but Tanya ain't ready. I don't know. I can't say my brother didn't go. I just don't know if he went. But I know I have been. I have been there several times. And I don't know. I'm not ready to go back yet. I'm not ready to go back. I'm not ready to go back there. Honestly, I'm not. Cause the last time I went, it was real hard for me. So I don't even I don't even want go back. But I got a lot to do today. I gotta I really don't have a lot to do. I have a lot of cooking to do. I have a lot of cooking to do. I forgot what I said I had to do. Okay. Okay, I think I need something to get on my life. I saw crying, so I thought I was doing good. But I gotta get some soap and I go get some they got Tide detergent on sale at Family Dollar. It depends what Family Dollar you go to if you're in Washington D.C. They got the 184 ounces on sale for $6.94, and that's good. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get two things of Dove, and I'm going to get some soap powder, and that's it. That's all I'm going to get. I'll get some hand soap. I need some hand soap for the bathroom, and come back here, and I'm gonna start cooking my son dinner around 5 o'clock. No, I'm gonna start cooking around 4. It should be done about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Cause I'm gonna take a little bit at a time. I don't know. It don't take long to stuff chicken or nothing like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just took the cream cheese out. I should have been took it out, but it don't take long to really cook that. Yeah, TT Swag. I'm about to get up off this live, and I'm lost for words right now. I'm truly sorry. I just gotta get myself together. But I'm about to get off the live, and I'm gonna talk to y'all another day. I'll see y'all later. I did do a video of me clean y'all. I did a video of me cleaning my kitchen out when my groceries came. One of the part of my video I had to take down. I need to redo it. I really need to redo it. She said you gotta call your brother Mr. Marcus Stoller. I'm not. You know what? Actually, I need to call him. Make sure he's good today. And she said it's okay. It's real life. Yeah, I know. But sometimes it's just like I try to, and I know you can't forget about the day, but I just try to do something to make me put on music and have a blessed day. Yeah, you about to leave, Miss Fuller? I'm about to get out of here too. But my mind just went. Yeah, I'm about to go. I'll see y'all later. I got a video of me cleaning up. I'm missing a clip from it, so I'm undecided if to put it up because I had to realize clean my refrigerator. When I say my refrigerator, y'all, my refrigerator was dirty. I don't know, nobody waste something at the bottom, but when I was cleaning, I was on the floor on my knees and doing all types of stuff. I had to clean up more than I normally do. I was like, what the, and it's like it was there for a minute, but yeah. Oh, you working from home today? That's what I need. Working from home job. That's good. That's good. But y'all, I'm out of here. I'ma see y'all tomorrow, and hopefully I'm gonna put up the cleaning video today. I'm gonna put it up today. I just gotta go in here and figure out how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna put it up today. Y'all have a good one. Like, share, subscribe. Um, yeah, like, share, subscribe, teach squad. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for your support, listening while I'm talking, me trying to get, things off my mind. I'm definitely gonna try to stay busy as much as possible today. And yeah, teacher squad. I see y'all later.